Wow.
Richard Iowata's one of the funniest men
So
alive.
that guy with the glasses, is that the name of the YouTube streamer, or is that just how you're referring to this particular individual?
He's talking about a character from the TV show, The IT Crowd.
Which is a very old show.
Yeah, it's from like '08.
It's older than that. Alright, we're live again. We had some technical difficulties, so we're trying again. Hello guys, gals, non-binary pals. It's episode 31, and we're back in a cave. So, hopefully everything's working again like it should be, and I'm moving. Everybody seems to be moving. Streamlabs seems to be
Stream looks good from my perspective.
Alright, cool. And we have Babbage, the Gnome Tinker, we have you, the Furbolg Druid, we have Canadian Stormblast, the High Elf Monk, we have the Best of Bellarmine, Deacon Sylvia, the Human Dodge Cleric. Moving on! Because I'm all about getting along with this story. So what's the party doing, now that we've discovered this? You're all aware of this teleporting circle thingy problem. You had one of these in the past that you was kind enough to dispel.
So, yeah, we know where this, based on the bonfire locations, we know where this exits, correct?
Babbage explained to you last time that because he thought you were all leaving.
It.
Well, you went out the other one because you thought because you just thought everybody was leaving, and then you saw where the bonfires were coming into and put two and two together.
So basically I know what this shape looks like, and it seems like there's a path. Maybe we could squeeze through here without having to spell it outright.
No.
Oh. and the same goes for up here.
It grew.
Ask a question. Find out.
Just grow it, Mike. Grow it up. Stretch it. Stretch it.
So the DM's intent is to say negative Ghost Rider. Okay.
You're not finding a walking path around this, no.
So
you
decides to grab Babbage and hurl. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, don't I have spider climb? How long does that last?
Oh, that's probably what that hand was.
Ah.
Yeah. In that case, I will cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, he's gonna do it again. Okay. Do me
I
a
have
favor.
one more level 3 after this.
Okay. Do me a favor and link. If I remember correctly,
There's a counter roll.
Yeah, you had to roll something for that. Hold on, I can just. Oh, it's right
here. It depends on the spell level at which I cast it. I could cast it as a
any spell, yeah,
fourth
for any
level spell.
Well, okay, so you choose any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check. Okay, so you need to do an ability check.
But if I cast it at 4th level, how does that affect it? It just
no. It's the level of the spell that you're trying to dispel that the description's referring to.
So there's no upcast for Dispel Magic.
No,
there's no at higher levels.
You try to cast.
There is at higher levels. There is at higher levels.
When you cast the spell using a 4th slot higher level, you automatically end the effects of the spell on the target of the spells equal to or less than the spell slot. So
Dispel Magic's a 3rd level spell, so it automatically dispels 3rd level spells. You can dispel higher level, but there's a roll if you upcast it, and that's the base level that's automatically dispelled.
Yeah. So you're taking a chance if you've got to roll it. You've got to roll to see if you successfully dispel it if it's a higher than 3rd level spell, and you have no idea what the spell level of this thing is.
It's still worth it to upcast if you're not sure, because then it makes the DC.
It improves the DC and potentially just auto dispels it if it's that level.
Okay, and also my spell save is 17. It's not 16, so I'm going to cast this as a 4th level spell, which is my last 4th.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't improve the DC.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't improve it. It doesn't. I would recommend upcasting it. Only gives you a better chance.
Would I know which
automatically.
spell this is, since I'm able to detect magic? And is there maybe before?
Detect magic will tell you the school, I think.
Okay.
If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura, and you learn the school of magic, if any.
Is it possible to use guidance to buff an Arcana check to then determine which spell in particular it is?
Stand by.
Just because I'm short on spells right now, so if I don't have to burn a higher level slot, that might come in handy with more potential combat ahead.
Okay. You know it's a conjuration spell.
Okay.
Magic.
Conjuration.
Yep. You can roll an Arcana, sure. DC.
And
Well, okay.
I'm gonna drop this first. so I get a D4 on top of that check.
Okay. So roll Arcana and then roll another D4.
I don't think it matters.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, you have a sense that it's conjuration. That's all you know. It's a conjuration school.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna sit here chucking out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cast it a third. We'll
Okay.
see what happens.
What's your spell ability? Like intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom
Okay.
plus 5.
Okay, so it's just what is it? For each spell, fourth
It's
level
the-
higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. Okay,
So I just roll the wisdom modifier on the left, right?
yeah,
or
you're
it's
basically
like
just
wisdom.
rolling. Yeah, your wisdom's plus 5,
Yes.
just baseline. Yeah, then you're just rolling a d20 plus 5, really.
Yeah, ability check is just rolling your ability score.
So yeah, you try to dispel. You cast dispel magic on this.
Wait. Portent? No, wait. That's only for
Rolls.
attacks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not gonna work for this.
I already had that thought.
If we
You
if we
think
both cast
because
both
you
cast dispel magic.
well, okay. So as you try to cast dispel magic, you think because you were able to dispel a smaller version of this conjuration type magic in front of you that it'd be simple. But your attempt to, it seems like the whatever created this particular spell is pretty robust. Did I hear that Bellarmine is also casting dispel magic?
I'm saying if we both cast dispel magic, will there be an accumulative effect?
No, you
No,
would both. You
two
can't
separate
work
dice.
together on it. No, it's just a.
And it wouldn't be at advantage since I had already dispelled one earlier, albeit at probably a lower level.
No.
Okay.
Anything that's probably harming you because you think it's more of the same and it apparently isn't.
Gotcha.
Your attempts to figure that out are unsuccessful. So yeah.
You was not sure what to do.
Well, I might be able to shimmy my way around. And
You suggest the party stay together, not split up again.
I checked to see if my hands are still sticky to the wall.
How did you? Was that a spell you cast? I'm trying to go back up and see.
I think it was a potion that I drank. That I've had in my inventory for ages.
Well, if it's in your inventory, it should tell you. Yes, no.
Oh, there it is. It's an hour. I don't know how long.
No, it hasn't been an hour yet. Your hands are still sticky.
Cool. Yeah, so I have a climb speed that is my move speed.
Yep.
So I'll move over to here
Okay.
and try to tell my friends, gents, I'm gonna see if I can go around. And before I do, I'm going to take a rock and toss it onto the circle.
As you toss it, before it hits the ground, it seems to cross some plane through the air, and then it just disappears.
So it's a cylinder, not a circle. Noted. Never mind, I'm not climbing around.
This is the end zone.
I'm really glad I checked that first.
Maybe if Bellarmine has similar magic to you.
I don't think anybody's got the same magic as me. Oh, you mean you? Okay, yeah.
I forgot those jokes.
Let me go ahead and cast dispel magic.
Point of order, you don't have any slots of third
Yeah,
level.
you're out of. I believe you're out of spell spots, but Mr. Blessed Bellarmine, I'm afraid you're all
No
out.
third,
You're all
no
out of
fourth,
Schlitz.
no fifth.
Yeah, he's out of
He
Schlitz.
has.
Where do I? How do I tell that?
If you look at the top of the column of your spell list, each level has a header. So like you see 3, then it says 3, and then it says 0. The first 3 in that bar is the level of the spell. The second 3 is how many total you can cast per day, and the 0 is how many you have less for that day.
Kanan
Yeah,
does
I got
notice
it,
that there
okay.
is a path over here.
Oh, there's a couple paths, but the shiny one's always the exciting one.
Fair.
But noted. I'm gonna go meander over to here.
I will. So I will also notice this path down here. So I will attempt to be as stealthy as possible, and just say, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go check this out," and sneak down just to see what I see.
Babbage, are you on the ceiling?
No, it's not spider climb. I just can climb as fast as I move, so it's not like difficult terrain.
Oh, got it. Okay. What you see in front of you, up this seems to be like a small ramp that goes up about 5 feet, and this appears to be, it's a pillar, but it doesn't. You can't see to the top of it, but it doesn't connect to the ceiling. There does actually appear to be a gap.
Oh, okay. Is this water?
It is.
And who is checking this out as we speak?
Okay, I see who fly in front of me.
Who sends you an image into your mind's eye of that?
My mind's eye?
No, use mind's eye. It seemed.
Babbage sees it too.
It is not. It is stationary at the moment.
Uh,
I'll just have to pretend Babbage didn't see that.
fellas, there's something in there.
Like, money?
No. When winter turns water into stone, and it has the form of a man.
There's a snowman inside?
While that's happening, Kaden, roll a stealth check for me. Or did you already? No, you didn't.
Roger, Dodge.
Do I get the sense that you is fearful, or is he just struggling with English?
Fearful.
Well, I was asking Mike.
I mean, I'm gonna let you interpret the voice that you hear. All right.
In the monotone in the monotone voice that I have, apprehension is my.
I mean, if you want to roll an insight to figure out if you understand what he's trying to get at you.
I would, because while Jim sees it, Babbage has not.
Fair. Yeah, you get the sense that he's afraid.
Okay, I will just back away from this ramp.
All right, so Canadian, tell me what you're doing.
I'm just looking down this path just to see what I see.
I mean, there seems to be like a it looks like what you're walking on is like a small recess that may have been a place where water used to drain down over here. But beyond that, it doesn't seem.
A hole?
It looks like a small recess. You can't really see too far into it unless you get closer.
Skip over that. Nope. Try to step there.
Okay.
And what do I see here?
It does look like it's almost. It seems like a surprisingly, almost like a. It looks like a. Well, why am I struggling with words right now? It looks like a place where water may have drained down and basically further into the earth, but it seems
Like
unnaturally circular. Like erosion wouldn't have made it as perfectly circular as it is.
Like a man-made cistern?
I will let Kaden figure that out for himself.
Oh. I was trying to help you find the word.
Can I see the bottom?
Yeah, no, it's only like a foot down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's not. I made it sound like it was deeper than it was. It's not really that deep, but
yeah, I was assuming like really deep hole.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so all right, so then I'll just head back out this way.
Okay.
There's a shallow, very round hole over here.
You says there's a snowman, and he doesn't seem happy about it.
You are detecting magic over here of a conjuration variety.
Huh.
There appear to be the works of the Arcana at play in this pool.
So then I'm gonna head back to this spot and just take a little pebble off the ground and toss it in.
As you toss it, it seems to cross the plane of that circle and disappear.
Aha!
Bellarmine, what are you doing through all this?
Who are you speaking to?
You,
Bellarmine.
as in Les Bellarmine.
I have a question
Yes.
for you. For you.
Yes, Bellarmine.
If the owl flies into the teleporting, will you determine where he comes out?
You can only speak with mind bullets to who, if who is within a certain range.
But in theory, he has a good point. If that range were within range, would you still have the connection?
I would know the range of that spell, wouldn't I?
It's like 100 feet. Yeah. I want to say off the top of my head.
120 foot of a man-sized creature laid end to end. Yes.
Well, what if you told who to go through, take a peek, and come back?
How do you know who comes back? There's already who 2. I don't care to know who 3 just yet.
Fair point. Fair point. I didn't realize you had such a bond with these fake birds.
Well, I can't just kill them all the time.
What about Paladin? Or Paladin?
Hey! He can't fly away from danger. Although, and I start
Where is
drifting off.
Paladin?
He's standing right next to me. But I started drifting
Okay.
off,
Oh, yeah.
getting lost in thought on how to put a jetpack on the back of Paladin.
Oh,
Bellarmine, are you standing in the exact same place you've been this whole time, or are you moving around, following people? I just
No,
want to know
I'm
where.
standing in the same place.
Okay, haven't moved. Got it.
okay. You has an idea, so I'm gonna walk. I'm within 30 feet of the pool. I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip at the water surface because I know exactly how long that Thorn Whip should be, and I'm gonna see if it comes back a little shorter, but from hopefully a safe distance.
So you're gonna walk over here and Thorn Whip into the.
No, I'm gonna
Cool.
Thorn Whip from right here. It has a range of 30 feet.
Oh. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I don't expect that it slices things apart as they enter it. Otherwise, I would be dead.
If it's a one-way portal, then any portion of that Thorn Whip that goes into it doesn't come back.
Okay,
come
so
back
you cast
to it.
Thorn Whip. Yeah, a portion. I mean, yeah, you're a portion of you shoot out the 30-foot vine, and then when you return it back, a portion of it's missing.
Doesn't make any sense, Mike.
What?
That would mean as I'm walking in the portal, it's like slicing off my arm piece by piece, or my whole
No, it
body.
just means
is
you can't go back through because I'm whipping it into the portal and then yanking it back.
But the portal either transports the entire object or it cuts the object as it enters, and one would kill you.
Only if you tried to move back, wouldn't it?
I mean, you've already teleported plenty of times safely.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like as I was stepping into the plane, it was taking my foot and moving it to the other part.
I've seen
whole body
Reddit
moved
arguments of
together.
like if you have like a rope tied to you and you walk into a portal, does the rope get cut or does the whole rope come with you when you like cast teleporting spells?
We're basically talking about the physics of a black hole.
Well, and we have to throw physics out because it's magic, and I get that. But I mean,
Think
All right,
of
so
the,
in that by that logic, then the Thorn Whip doesn't actually change length.
So the Thorn Whip itself does not change length.
which
No.
means it never traversed through because it didn't fully enter the space.
We're getting into what counts as a discrete object. Is it
Pretty much.
a held piece of rope also in the same boat there?
Yeah, this is gonna get wonky. So okay, what are you gonna try next, and we'll see what bridge I have to cross with the rules of magic here.
I'm embarrassed to say that as a player character of many decades, I don't have rope on this guy.
Wow, I'm shocked.
When you can create magical rope with a thorn whip, I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, so what's...
But that's only instantaneous. I mean, it's basically good for a witch-ow, and that's it.
All right, so you and Babbage are arguing the medical metaphysics of thorn whip. Kanadin, what are you doing?
I'm kind of watching them back and forth, going like, this is over my head. I noticed that there's a portal back there. That's it. I'm waiting for somebody else to kind of make a move here.
Well, we can't just live in this cave forever. So we have to go somewhere.
Well, we could get a long rest in this cave, and then
not if there's angry snowmen wandering around.
But they're not here.
I was told right on the other side of that path is an angry ice person that made you scared. Frankly, I'm surprised we're all just chit-chatting here.
Did
The whole time,
did you relay the?
he's sitting there watching the angry snowman.
He
location of
doesn't
the
seem
angry
to be.
snowman?
He doesn't seem to be. I mean, yeah, who has not sent you any additional messages?
Well, has anybody gone into this portal yet and seen what's on the other side?
We're very afraid.
No, no one has.
All right, I'm going in the portal.
Listen, I think we should. Do
Oh,
everything
that
together.
one. Oh no, let me clarify. People, we do know where that one goes. The party determined that one will send you back out into the sands that's outside the main cave where the sandworms are. We know where that portal sends you.
I see.
They're
talking
arguing
about
over this
another
tiny
portal
portal that's to the south of the party. Is it my understanding that you were about to walk into that one?
Well, I mean, if we're debating where it goes, why don't I just walk into it?
So so that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So while all of you are arguing whether or not Thorn Whip works,
You notice this? If I see him move, I'm gonna. There are other options.
do you listen to this, Bellarmine, or you just keep going?
I didn't hear what he said.
As you're attempting to just walk into the portal, you puts his hand on your shoulder and is like, "Wait, Bellarmine, there may be other options."
Can't think of any other options, but I'll wait a minute.
Okay, so he does
Thank
not
you,
walk
thank
into the
you.
portal.
And then I'm gonna cast Conjure Woodland Beings. So, Mike,
Spells,
please roll.
spells the bane of my existence. All right. Sorry. That was a terribly timed cough. All right, hold on.
Just do
I
one.
need 2 minutes, and I don't want to miss any of this.
All right.
It's on
Stop when
YouTube.
you're 70.
All right. So
I love it. Walk into a portal, AFK.
I mean, yeah, if he had. All right, stand by. Where did I put my woodland creatures? Oh, nope. That's not the page I want. That's the page I want.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are going to be playing some cool jazz.
Oh, crikey. Okay.
I like warm jazz.
How many spell slots you got left?
That was my last fourth because I cast Dispel Magic as a third,
Yep. Okay.
so I still have 1/3. That was my last fourth. I still have a fifth. Then I have a couple 2s and 1s.
Okay. The Furblog does a very familiar casting and summons 6 friends. 3 spites and 3 blink
Alright.
dogs.
All right, I look at the Blink Dogs first because let's face it, they're kind of more
this-
useless than the other.
Those poor dogs.
But in loving druidic affection,
I mean,
say,
they're very happy to
"Oh,
see
my-
you. They're like yipping and barking and like
my
kind of like
pretties.
playing with each other.
Yeah,
The sprites
you
look
as an
genuinely
important
annoyed. The sprites look like they've been just interrupted in the middle of tea time and are clearly annoyed. Like they're actually holding teacups. And they're like, okay, what do you want?
Walk through this
Tell the Blink
portal. Go
I tell
to an
two of the
unknown
Blink Dogs,
location.
one of you
Never go to a second location.
go here. I'm just telling you, they're not actually doing it
That's how
just
they
yet.
get you.
Okay.
But I'm going to instruct them one here and one. Why can't I move this thing? One here
Okay.
And then if nothing funky happens with that and they just disappear, then I'm going to do something over here too. And I'm going to say to them, as soon as you go through the portal, find your way back to us.
Okay. So you're sending this blink dog into this portal?
Because it's a blink dog, he should be able to blink back. That's the whole point.
Blink only has a certain range, but fair. Okay, so you're sending this blink dog into the northwest portal, and you're sending this blink dog down here into the...
Yeah, so we're doing this one first.
Okay, so you send that blink dog. It disappears, and you hear yipping over here.
Sorry, I need to zoom out. Now I'm gonna.
The blink dog follows your instructions and tries to get back to you, and runs into this turtle portal and goes away.
Oh.
What did I miss? Computer code instructions.
So, you summoned some woodland creatures, 3 sprites, and 3 blink dogs appeared. One of the blink dogs went into the southern teleporter, appeared on the other side of the larger teleporting circle, off here, the northwest corner of the map, leading further into the cave. He instructed the blink dog to return back to him as best he could, so he ran back into this portal and then disappeared. So that's what happened.
Okay, so now we know where this portal leads, and we know how to get past the large blocking portal.
So he's gonna ask. Oh, this is magic. You spreading earthquake inside the head. You think it might be wise to see what happens if a blink dog comes over this way with the angry snowman? Yes, but translucent snow with a lustery sheen. So maybe Crystal Man, Heisenberg Blue. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. The blink dog went into the portal and came out on the other side of the big portal.
Correct.
Yeah, the
Then,
small porter.
because of a command, he tried to come back and disappeared.
Went into the larger portal that you were all trying to get past and then disappeared, yes.
So if we just go into that portal and don't try to come back, we're on the other side.
Correct.
Sure seems that way.
All right, well, I'm going in.
Bellarmine,
He's going in, boys!
Bellarmine teleports to the other side of the portal.
Oh, well.
Ta-da!
Bellarmine.
You are,
Before
and
you
from where
move.
you're standing, Bellarmine, the cave, you can't see on the map here, but like the cave sort of narrows down into a small, like a 10-foot wide passage further on.
Hey, guys, can you hear me? I'm on the other side of the big portal.
We can hear you.
Do you think we should investigate the angry snowman in case the portals lead to it somehow?
According to who, the big thing still isn't moving.
Fair enough.
But
I say that to the group.
Babbage,
like,
you can just move yourself over to the corner.
Well, all right, Ganondon. Well, I guess that settles it. Blink dogs, hold fast.
Hang on, zoom in.
The sprites, not being told to do anything, proceed to just basically flutter down to the ground and continue their tea time. Sans tea. Babbage, Charles,
bring them along. They're basically useless.
Alright, so everybody makes it to the other side. Congratulations. At this point, use 10 minutes of Detect Magic is now gone.
Hey, what do you think that big snowman was doing over there?
I don't know, being sinister.
I assume who flies through the portal? Or do you plan on leaving who there?
No, because I can keep a blink dog there for a bit.
Wait, who
and tell
are we
them
leaving there?
I still have a blink dog.
Okay, the who?
Who?
Exactly.
Who is coming through?
Yay! All right, who developed help?
And then you know what? I'll move the 4 of them through. They might as well serve some purpose.
I might use them or lose them, right?
I told the blink dog that if that thing starts to move at any point, to go through the portal and find us on the other side.
Got it. Okay. All right. I need to grab. Give me a moment. Where's? Oh, right. That one blink dog's gone. Okay. Stand by. Are you all moving down further into the cave now?
Well,
Just,
One way to
just
go.
to the edge. Just to the edge.
I'm not one to walk away from the big, thick, safe man. So I'm with wherever Robert Bellarmine goes.
Very good. Stand by a moment. I'm just grabbing.
Look, we're in a flying V.
Gear me over to the other side.
Quack,
Gear me
quack,
over
quack,
Oh, there's
quack.
to the other side. Hey, what light temperature looks better? This one? This one?
I am not looking. I'm busy.
Or this one?
Too many maps. Too many maps.
One more time, Jim. I only saw the end.
1, 2, or 3.
What is it? Warm, daylight, cool, something like that.
Yeah, it's warm, normal,
Seems to-
blue.
All
It
right.
seems to be
camera
some sort of
autocorrect.
correction.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
You find yourself basically going down a somewhat narrow part of the cave for about 100 feet. This all seems naturally occurring. Although yeah, and then you come out to what looks like a part of the cave that seems to be opening up around the corner here.
Ooh, we found a materia cave.
Ah.
And
All
you
I
have-
see is white
hold on.
with a black outline.
Whoa, what did I just do? Oh man, did I mess up the screen? I may have just messed up the stream. Hold on. Everybody's still good? Everybody's still good. Okay. Hold on.
I'm going in.
You just see a. Okay, so hold on. There's. So the only what you can see because Robert Bellarmine's got light cast on him still, so he's a source of light. Bellarmine is currently looking into the larger expanse in front of him. Babbage, are you sticking with him?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Bellarmine. The space opens up, and it like your light doesn't go far enough. It's like I mean, it clearly opens up into a larger space. That seems to be pretty wide. But as you get closer, you think you start seeing the light of your spell reflect off of something that's hovering in the center, what looks to be the center of this large open space. Who, with his dark vision, sees what appears to be a... Oh, wait. Okay. Babbage, the moment you get to here, you start feeling something in your backpack vibrate.
Oh.
That doggone alarm clock.
I rummage through my bag and identify what it is, assuming it's a materia crystal or mana crystal.
It's the big mana crystal.
Ooh, let's reinfuse it.
Is kind of going like it's starting to. It's doing something you've never seen before. It's basically vibrating and sort of pulsing in a much more higher frequency than you've ever seen. And your smaller mana crystals also seem to be almost like jittering a little bit.
Is there a spread inside?
A what?
I had the thought too.
That was pretty...
There's a high storm coming through.
Oh no. It's odium.
Uh-oh.
So, okay. I take one step further and I hold my mana crystal aloft. The big one.
It seems to be as you move further in, the frequency that it seems to be pulsating seems to go up slightly.
Does it have an audible hum to it?
No.
So it feels just like the haptic response of a cell phone,
Yes.
but it's constant or is it like?
No, it's more like.
And as I go
Vroom.
closer, that
It's going faster, and there does seem to be there's light pulsing at the same. So it's
is there any physical force? Do I feel a draw or a pull like a magnet or a lodestone?
no.
Okay, that's good. Do I notice any? So this is like a big ball of energy.
It's so who as you're flying around. What? I mean, how far? Actually, hold on. How far can you see, Babbage? Oh, pretty far. Okay, so what you're seeing. So as you're sort of fascinated by the mana crystal, Bellarmine, as you're moving toward her closer, you appear to see what looks like a. It's almost like a glass mirror, but instead of it being flat, it's slightly whatever, like a three-dimensional oval. It has some depth in the center, but it's like it's hovering off the ground.
Convex.
Outward. So
Concave or convex.
vex.
Like a dome.
Yeah.
Like an ovular dome facing towards.
Yeah, thinking of it as like a giant glass lens would be a good way of thinking of it. That seems to be 40 feet tall, but it's hovering 5 feet off the ground. And it also seems to have a little bit of almost viscosity to it. Like it's not solid. It seems to be moving slightly a little bit.
Is it within reach that we could touch it?
You could go up and touch it, yes.
Hold, belay that order, Bellarmine.
I mean, he didn't.
Over here.
He's just thinking. He didn't say that to you. He's just moving up.
Well, I saw his hand go forward. I don't know.
Who, as you're flying around the edge of the space, I mean, this seems to be the only dominating thing, but who sees the backside of this, and it does seem like it's a 40-foot tall, and the space is like 60 feet tall, 60, 70 feet high, so it takes up the majority of the room. I mean, from a distance, you saw the light sort of reflecting off it in a weird way.
Is this a chain over here?
Pretend that's not there.
Okay.
Sorry, for the purposes of the map, pretend that is not. You cannot see that.
All right.
That's not there.
Borrowed map. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. So it appears to be some sort of it. Like I said, it seems to be some sort of lens. It seems to be like a mirror because you kind of think you see a somewhat of a reflection of yourself, but again, the surface isn't entirely like a solid piece of glass. It seems to have some like reverberations that seem to be moving through it. As almost like you're not sure if you're looking through it, if you're looking at something else in it, or if you're also seeing a mixture of like your own reflections in it. It's kind of hard to tell, especially because it's like 5 feet off the ground.
So there's like a swirling opalescence to it,
Yes.
like galaxy slime for all the dads out in the world.
Galaxy slime. Let's see who looks that up.
Okay. I move a little closer.
Again, the frequency of the mana crystal seems to start emanating more strongly.
Is there anything else?
Bellarmine, you see that
the
the lens in front of you seems to be vibrating slightly. You notice it vibrating slightly faster. The vibrations you see moving across the lens, almost in like waves, that seem to be moving up, down, left, right, in various different angles. And it's very. You can see that it has a little more. It seems to Bellarmine, now that you're standing basically to the side of it, it certainly looks like it's maybe like 4 feet wide at the center, but as you get to the tops and the edges on either side, it seems to almost thin out to a razor edge. So like a lens. I mean, it's like a lens is suspended in front of you. It's not a ball.
Like Occam's razor?
If that's got a visual representation. This ain't simple.
I'm so intrigued.
Kanadin, what are you doing?
I give my sketch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Kanadin, what are you doing?
Me, I am watching Babbage walk around here and just keeping an eye out. I don't see any reason to join in the fun here.
You, what are you doing?
This is all over my head.
Same thing. Even if I'm above the lens, or at least part of it.
Okay.
All right. So the thing's pulsating.
Yep.
With a frequency, it's gaining light. Does the light retain? I'm gonna step back behind the line where I first felt.
No, the moment you get past here, the mana crystals your mana crystal and all the smaller ones stop. And Bellarmine, you noticed where you're standing that the vibrations across this lens wane. There seems to be some of it a little still, but
I'm gonna set down my big mana crystal because that's important to me.
okay.
I'm gonna take one of my 3 little mana crystals.
Yep.
And only that one I'm gonna bring with me.
Okay.
Toss it in.
Yeah,
There.
I'm gonna get pretty close.
The moment you cross that same threshold, it starts to vibrate, and like as you
Yeah.
get closer and closer, you're getting. Let's see where you are. All right, when you get that close, it almost seems like it's vibrating faster than you can see.
So it's like an LED whose frequency is at a point where it looks solid.
Yes.
Okay.
And you see what looks like a small part of like a very small section of the lens seems to stop. Like even when when you'd walked completely away, you still couldn't make much out of what you could see. Vibrations weren't crisscrossing across it anymore, but it was still just sort of this weird, like you can't really define what you're looking at. With your tiny crystal, it seems like a small portion of the lens becomes like focuses. Like you can actually make out something on the other side.
What is it? What do I see?
Crystals.
Crystal.
You see
mana crystals?
they're more purple. They don't seem to be slightly of the same construction as you're used to, but the what you're seeing in like so the thing's like 40 feet tall, right? You're only seeing like maybe a 6-inch section of it that is
Okay.
like you can see that actually is like focused.
Alrighty.
I feel compelled to touch this thing.
Do you touch it then?
Yeah.
So Bellarmine walks up to it
I
and
can't say. Hold on, but wait a second. This is not how we do science.
are you Bellarmine, are you all right? So they're. Do you continue to touch?
Tell that to the guy who discovered LSD.
Do you continue to go up and touch it?
Yeah.
All right. So Bellarmine, much to Babbage's, like, yeah.
Consternation.
Bellarmine, you touch it and it feels cold and wet. You're not sure if it's cold or wetness that you're touching when you basically move against it, but it has some resistance and it's solid. But like as you touch it and take your hand away, like nothing bad happens. Like your hand seems fine, but it seems surprisingly solid. It like the slightest amount of give. Like you're not used to glass. It's as if it's like glass, but almost like with a rubbery rebound. You've never felt anything like it before.
I've freaked out that he touched it, and I've run up directly to where he is with the crystal in hand. So I'm assuming.
And throw the crystal in it. Throw the crystal in it.
Insert generic gnome noises. I slap your hand like a child.
And I say, throw the crystal in it. See what happens.
This is horrible scientific method.
It's investigation.
I will be in charge of the scientific investigations at this point. You go sit down by my bag.
No, I've got the shields in case something blows up in your face.
Kanadin, while you're watching these two bicker back and forth, I assume you're looking at the lens.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I'm
crystal
looking
on the
around.
other, you see, like the crystal that you can see focused on the lens. Like there seems to be a bunch of crystals that you can see through that small little window. They seem to move, which Bellarmine and Babbage don't notice because they're slapping each other's hands.
Guys, it's moving. It's moving. Look. Is it continually moving, or is it just like
The moment you
shifting
say that, it
once in
stops
space?
moving. Like the moment they go to turn, it stops moving.
Oh. Hey guys, wait.
So when he
Look,
says
it's moving.
that, I turn. I have my mana crystal in one hand. I turn and I look, and I'm like face pressed against it, mana crystal in hand. I'm trying to look through the.
So the small little opening that you're looking through, it seems like you're looking at a different. Now it looks like you're looking at a different configuration of crystals on the other side, but you don't see any movement, and the lens where it was itself isn't moving.
So absentmindedly, I did place my hand with crystal in it against the lens. Is there any interaction?
Does the crystal itself touch the lens?
I mean, it would.
Yeah.
based on how
So
I'm
you
holding
put. So you, as you put your hand against it, the vibration of the crystal itself becomes so intense that it hurts, and you have to drop it.
it. Okay.
Like it vibrates enough, like almost it's
Can I resist that?
um.
Or I mean, if, okay, if I can't, you're the dude. Yeah.
It just more spooks you, and you drop it, and
Okay.
it's the
Like
crystal's
that game
fine.
at the arcade where you have to hold on for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Like it just like it's almost like that like you're actually feeling like is it electricity or like it just like it. You're like and then you drop the crystal. It lands. It's fine. It doesn't break.
While dropped, is it still pulsing and making light?
Yes.
So you touch it, nothing
Rattling
happens.
all
Well,
around
it's
the floor.
not you. It's not pulsing anymore. It's just solid at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around the other side
Okay.
and see what I
So
see what
nothing
I can
bad
see.
So now I will return, get my pack from Paladin, and bring it all over here.
Okay, so while you're doing that, Bellarmine, you're looking at the back side of this thing. It's the whole thing seems opaque from this angle, much like it did without him bringing the crystal close. It seems to be behaving the same way. Although now that Bellarmine, or now that Babbage is coming in closer with the crystals, you see you see these like waves seeming to emanate from different parts of the edges, moving across. And as Babbage gets to here with all of the crystals in tow, the whole. Sorry, go ahead.
Is this a passageway up north?
No. There's no other like. It's the whole the cavern
nothing-
seems to all encase and end here.
There's nothing up. There's nothing up here.
Correct. That's just a wall.
Right. So we can walk all the way around this thing, right?
Correct.
But we can't step on it because it's floating.
Well, the lens itself is floating. Yes, what I'm now calling a lens. All right. So as as Babbage gets that close with the mana crystal, again, all of them suddenly go solid with the light, and then the whole picture seems to focus in what you thought was crystal.
Oh.
Oh goodness.
Oh my.
Well, guys, I think we've made a big mistake.
No, just pull the bag of crystals away.
So as it appears to be. So yeah, you realize it's the shape of a.
Crystalline dragon worm.
And like the moment that you're sort of like you all are stunned for a second at what you're looking at, and then its eyes open, and it kind of looks at the group, blinking somewhat. It seems to try to shake its head a little.
We come in peace.
Just pull the bag of crystals away. Maybe it'll go away.
That's not a bad plan. I back up. Did you say something, Mike?
Yeah, did that not come across?
I just heard.
Who goes there?
Oh, it is not a big deal. You can go back to sleep. Just forget we were ever here.
Have you not already taken enough from me?
Well, I don't believe I've taken anything from you.
Out of curiosity, is my voice coming across different now?
Just because you're going like this.
Oh man, I have a voice mod that I turned on that is apparently not coming through Discord. That makes me sad.
You'd have it probably has its own audio device. You'd have to change your input device in Discord to the driver that is the voice mod software. I've used those before.
All right, I don't have
It's
time to
easy.
figure
Just
that
a Discord setting. You just go Discord settings, voice video, and change your microphone to that device.
out.
You don't even have to. You could just use the drop down arrow next to the mute button.
The drop down arrow next to the.
Oh yeah, that's even easier.
Wait, hold on.
In the call, hover the mute button, click the drop down, and you can just select a different instrument, so you can do that right on the fly.
Live voice. Okay. How's that? Yes, no. Sounds weird. Could you hear anything? Oh, but I can't hear you now. What the heck? Alright, hold on.
Or the input.
Okay, what? Oh, that was the output device. I'm dumb.
Yeah. Change the input device to
Okay.
the voice changer. I mean, some of the fun cinema of what's happening is lost, but
Yes, that's fair. Okay, let's try this again. Who goes there?
That's great.
Well done.
Pretty good.
Anyway, as I was saying, you can go back to sleep. I don't think I've taken anything from you. We don't want any trouble. Goodbye.
Wait.
Hold the bag of crystals far away. Maybe he'll go away.
You're
Looks like he's on it.
him. And the dragon like blinks further and seems to be as it starts to stand up, and you realize at the edges of its you hear the clinking of chains, and you realize that this dragon, which again you're not seeing the actual dragon, you're looking through this lens at this thing, appears to be chained down by what do not look like normal chains.
Sure. They're like ethereal crystalline chain.
Ethereal looking, not necessarily crystalline, but yes.
Got it.
So we have to ask: would he be a good friend if we were to unchain him?
Ooh, hang on now. He's not even really here. I think this is more of a portal view into where he might be.
Well, there's definitely a portal.
What
Sitting on a portal.
business here?
So, we're just trying to save the world and thought that we might find some resources in here to help us do that.
You are not aligned with the red one.
What?
You are not in line with the Revik.
Oh man, it's very hard to hear your cool voice.
You are not in line with the something or other.
The one your people call Revik.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, while awesome Mike is cutting in and out.
Boo! Alright, well, that's right.
It's probably
Really neat.
because you're
Really
talking
neat,
like
though.
this, the microphone sensitivity is probably just like not.
Alright, never mind.
But that was really good.
I
I
tried.
can tell we are the friends of Ella.
Okay, so what he was trying to say was, you are not in line with the red one. The
Oh, no,
who
red one,
calls
we don't like.
himself Revik.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a jerk.
we don't like
We
that
hate
one.
him. We would love to have him get eaten by a crystal dragon.
Were it so easy.
I mean,
and the beast rolls itself, or tries to, and sort of like stretches a little more active now, and like clearly grappling against its chains.
So if we get rid of those chains, would you eat the red one?
You would free me.
potentially. Who
Potentially,
are you?
if you're going to be friends, yeah.
You don't even know where I am, or who I am.
Sure, I did ask who you are. I assumed you were right in front of me. Apparently, that's not the case.
As he's saying this,
Yep. You, go ahead. Alright. As best as you can tell through a magical lens to a crystalline creature you've never seen at any point in your existence, you didn't even know such a thing existed. Yeah, he seems to be honest.
I like this guy.
there are many funny vibes in this room. But oddly, no funny vibe from this one yet.
I guess my question would be twofold. Who are you, and what do you want?
I was once known as Midrith, Lord of the Skies, who made his home. And I need to look something up real quick.
Are we talking to a deity right now?
Who made his home in the Crescent Peak? Which Bellarmine would know because of all the brochures he's been reading is actually the name of the tallest mountain in Wintervane.
So, big old dragon that lived in the tallest mountain of Wintervane.
The one known as Revik.
Yep, jerk. We've established that we don't like him.
Bound me to this place as part of some arcane battery. Some magics beyond even my vast understanding.
So, if what I heard is correct, much like the crystal in my hand can levitate the airship, he's using you to levitate the Crescent Isles?
I am unaware of what he is doing with my magic. He has me trapped here in the astral plane.
If I were to tell you that the Crescent Mountain that you once knew as a part of Wintervane is currently floating miles in the sky, would that sort of tie some ends up and close some gaps of knowledge?
I was unaware that the islands fly. How long is it?
From one scientific mind to another, I believe you're the source of the flight. Through whatever Revik's doing to you with these chains and that transmutation something or other circle, rune, whatever. You're imprisoned in the astral plane, he's sucking out your energies, using that to float the island. To what end? Not sure, but that's my assumption.
He came to me what felt like eons ago, making a pact to increase the size of my horde. At that, he seems to... all of the, like, angst and anger that was, like, built up from talking to you, he's, like, getting visibly tired, it seems like. The chains themselves have seemed to, like, glowed a bit more when he was all kind of active, but now he's, like, laying back down again. If you can find me in the astral plane and break these chains, then whatever magics he has, yes, I am confident they would end. But it is not just me alone that charges his machinations.
Oh yeah,
Tell
there's
us what
also
you can.
these.
Tell us how to help you.
There's also these other
I say
things
as I step up.
whose name I always forget.
Sorry, what was that, Canadian?
I just said, tell us where you are. Tell us how to help you. Tell us where you are. Or how to get to you, I should say.
That I am unaware. There must be some portal he's created, some way to traverse. After he imprisoned me, he would come here to gloat and ponder, watching and enjoying the suffering of an ancient being whose existence he should have never had any chance to trifle with. At that, it growls, roars, what attempts to be some sort of breath weapon that just kind of sputters and, like, slumps.
Yeah.
So, how do we get to you?
Doesn't
There's
answer.
a portal somewhere.
I mean, I feel like this thing is Revik's mana engine.
fascinating.
And that's why it makes sense to me. Unless the mana engine is up in that other place. Oh boy, this is a big old can of worms. WYRM.
I'll be here all night.
Can I? I'm gonna try and walk through the barrier.
Oh, you try to like walk. You
Through
attempt
the
to
lens.
like as you try to push up against the lens, or like as you try to go into the lens, it's solid. It's hard.
Oh, okay.
Can we break it?
If this is a machination of Revik, I don't think we meager few have the capability to manage it. I think we need the combined power of the Mythals. Any reaction from the Crystal Beast when I say Mythals?
No.
Hmm.
Well, this has been lovely, if not terrifying.
Have none of you heard of me? Known of my existence? How I used to lord over all the skies of Iconus?
Have I heard of?
Well, we've read some books, but I don't remember seeing that.
Everybody make a history check.
I could do that.
History.
I'm gonna cast guidance on whoever I think has the best.
That would be
Ability.
Bellarmine.
Probably Bellarmine.
I'm looking
All
for
right.
the history. Where is it? Where is it?
Okay. Alright. So, oddly enough, Bellarmine does not have any knowledge of Midrith. Canyon has heard myths of a Lord of the Skies kind of dragon crystal. The name Midrith is new to you. But there was, I mean, you thought it was an ancient myth and a story about how basically there used to be, like, the world used to be made up of gods that were some dragons, that it was believed that he had been the Lord of the Skies, basically vanished and became the sky as part of like a creation myth. Is the closest thing you've got.
Clearly, we're going out of order. We're supposed to kill Lich, then Carry, then Kraken, and then we can talk about Skynet. Like,
Yes.
we're already at the fourth order.
We've done this all wrong.
Guys, I've heard of this, but it was a child's story. It was a child's story that was told to me many years ago. So this is turning out to be real. We have to help him.
I have been away too long. And at that, it just seems to get, like, well, depressed.
I think we should.
No one remembers.
We should bring this information to Cognan. How do we get back to Cognan?
There's only
Marshall,
one more
disappointed
portal
that I
that we can go through.
I walked all the way around here and I couldn't find any other passageways.
That is correct. This is the end of the cave system.
And we can walk very close to it and touch it.
Yep.
Smack it.
I mean,
Hit it with a hammer.
If you can try. Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Like tap tap, or like a full on like you're attacking this thing with a swing.
Clang!
How about this?
Okay.
Okay.
Attack roll it.
So Midrith sort of looks at you, a little sort of eyes you as you go up and swing your hammer as hard as you can. You connect, and then it's a solid, like, I mean, I'm assuming your Warhammer is like a square end, like whatever the end of your Warhammer looks like. It makes that like shape as if you just basically threw it as hard as you could into a piece of glass, and then the cracks start to spread, and Midrith, sort of seeing what's happening, says, "Find me in the astral plane and save me from this fate, and you will be well rewarded." At that, the cracks shiver and like seem to split all the way across the lens, and then in a moment, the whole picture goes fuzzy, and then it's as if the whole thing just shatters in a very loud cracking glass noise and spills all over the ground. And what you would think would be like shards of glass instead seem to like dissipate almost into like ash, like black, bizarre, like immaterial ash that then seems to just fizzle into smoke and then disappear. And your window into...
And is there a portal left there?
No.
Yeah.
He was sitting on a portal.
Yeah, he wasn't physically there, Bellarmine. I don't understand how you didn't get that. Also, ow.
I got that. But maybe to go into that plane, you had to crack through it.
It's the astral plane. It's just another plane of existence. As a knowledge cleric, there's a lot of things about the fundamental workings of the world that you surprisingly are not aware of.
Hey, I mean, that's one way to pass through it. It seemed like it would, every time you'd push it, there would be an indentation.
Well, anyway, that occurred.
Yes.
He could be freed, and he may be freed now, for all we know.
I'm almost certain he's not.
I mean, his last pleading words were, "Please come save me," so...
The only thing we've done is lost our method of communication to him. But that's fine. I guess that's where we're at. We're smash first, ask questions sometimes.
Well, we walked all the way around. There's nothing out here. So, there's nowhere else to go.
So just hit it with a hammer. Makes sense to me. All right, well, gents, seems we must depart the way we entered.
Yeah, well, that's not going to be easy.
I checked the crystals in my bag.
They have stopped vibrating.
But they have any infusions or change to the way they looked before we entered this room?
No.
Is this room safe enough for a long rest?
That is a judgment you need to make on your own.
I mean,
I could use a rest before heading out.
If we were gonna sleep in this cave, this would be where I would do it. But that's...
You agree, so long rest is wise.
All right.
As do I. You can use my...
I can't walk to the center.
Oh, interesting.
My token is sticky.
Get around it.
Hold on.
You must have like a can't pass through dynamic lighting setting.
Probably. Stand by. There. Problem solved. Nope.
Anything there?
Not anymore.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So, how are you all setting yourself up for this long rest?
I will put myself closest to the exit/entrance, because there is only one, correct? We looked around this cave.
That is, as far as you can tell, there is only one way in and one way out.
Well, not just
so I
for
will
this
be
game,
able-
but like this shape right here. Right? Like it was something like this.
I mean,
Or could you pass over here or over here?
yeah, you could walk through. That's all. That's all just like a small ledge that you step down and step up from. The walls, like, this is a wall, this is a wall, this is a wall.
We're in a big round
Open
cavern.
room.
In
Yeah.
But there's only one way in and out. As far as we know. Alright.
All right. So everybody stay close, and I will wake you if anything happens.
Please
we don't
do.
even need
Very good. The hours. It does seem like unsettlingly quiet in this part of the cave now. Like there's no natural noises, there's no echoey like dripping water. It's just eerily silent, which in and of itself makes going to sleep a little difficult until Bellarmine starts snoring, and then that seems to echo off the walls a little bit, and then everybody's like, okay, there's some white noise, we're good. So,
Yes, you need a sound machine.
yes. Nobody brought their CPAP, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. And then,
Just got to.
actually, I bet Paladin could make some white. Paladid, I'm sorry, could probably make some white noise if necessary.
Yeah, but I don't personally find it necessary, so I wouldn't tell him to.
Fair enough. And with that, hours go by, and you all find yourselves. What's who doing?
Stand and watch right out here.
Okay. Who doesn't wake you? The way the spear of Canadians never vibrates. I don't remember what time of day it was. I want to say it was like midday when you all came into the cave initially. We'll say it's the wee hours of the morning, although it's kind of hard to tell in here. Bellarmine, do you leave? You have your light spell on. Would you turn it off, or would you leave it on while you slept?
No, I'd turn it off.
Okay, so the place is also very dark, with very little, no light in here. So yeah, but long story short, you can all try out that long rest button you have on your character sheets and see if it does in fact give you all your spell slots back, all of your recovering skills, which you probably have to program, and then hit points. And it looks like everybody except for Bellarmine has popped back up to full.
Well, where
Doesn't that
is
give
the
me my
long
key
rest
back?
button? I don't
That's
see
okay.
it.
It should be in your core section.
It's on the core tab on the
Core
right
tab, yeah.
side under the characteristics. There's
He
short
found
rest
it.
and long rest.
Hooray! Or maxed out his hit points. And
With the Sentry Amulet, or no, I'm sorry, the Ring of the Winding Path. Would that have recharged
yes,
since it recharges at dawn? Okay.
yes, Dawn. For anybody that has magical items that need Dawn, Dawn has arrived.
Excellent.
We'll say just barely.
Well, let's move out of here.
Babbage gets a 10 and a 2 on his portents. If anybody else portents, now's the time. A 1.
That's nice.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Now that isn't the outcome, that's the die roll. So the modifiers are still applied to whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
You are
good.
manipulating fate such that the rolls are those numbers.
Got it.
Alright. You are rested. You all have your spells back. Everybody's at full power.
Good
And
morning.
Bellarmine says, "You all wake up too slowly. I'm leaving." And starts moving out to the map.
Oh my goodness. Wait, hang on. Wait.
He's moving.
Iceman. I follow after him.
Despite the fact that you're all well rested and fully hit points backed up and got whatever hit dice you've used to this point back, there's a funk a little bit. I don't think any of you. Well, actually, do you have any prestidigitation?
Does anybody have prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation. There we go. So yeah, you've been out in like the wilderness for
we're
a while
far-
now. You all
far
there's a funk.
Yeah, we're stinky
Um,
boys.
Yeah, you stink. Who seems to actually avoid you a little more than what seems to be normal, despite the fact that there's very little space in here to actually
I'm
fly
a
around.
furball druid. I always stink.
Oh, that's a fair point.
And
Yeah.
instead of patchouli, it's just bo.
Who doesn't care? And you don't care, but for the civilized
Well,
folk in the group,
my fur is naturally self-cleansing, with with a bit
there
of
you go.
Yeah, every cat I've ever smelled stinks. So that making themselves argument is pretty rubbish.
Do I wake up to you licking himself with his leg up like this?
I've got plenty of incense.
Oh, there you go.
Babbage kind of
His legs.
swiping away the grime. Say, yeah, fear not, brother Babbage. This is the natural state.
I've got plenty of incense if anybody wants some.
Babbage has gone many unshowered weeks because he was focused on projects. This is not his first rodeo.
I mean, like, sweat is one thing. Spending a significant amount of time in, like, the outdoor wilderness, and specifically cold wilderness, is another thing, but fair.
What I think would be the stinkiest is the fact that, like, we've been injured and bled on ourselves, and, like, that didn't get washed away
Yeah.
just because of healing magic.
Well,
I am a high elf.
where
I never spell.
where are the retainers? They could straighten us all out.
That's true. They could, if only they could get here.
They showed up that overnight, but you smelled so bad that they left.
They managed to get to this cave. Despite all difficulties. Alright. Did I grab the right one? Alright, so you're all in the top left corner.
Oh, crap. We didn't think this through, gentlemen.
Or did you? I mean, you
Only
didn't,
ways
but...
There's only one way out now, huh?
Out to the sandworms.
I mean, you had...
Well,
Well, yep, that's... nope, I'm gonna let you all figure this out.
I suppose that's a convenient way to get out of the cave.
Can we climb up these rocks over here?
That leads to the ceiling, no. All attempts to try to get around this thing before we're discovered
I think at
as
least
a column.
we have discovered everything that we need to discover in this place.
Yeah, but that doesn't bring us out to the entrance.
No, but this does.
And Bellarmine and Paladin find themselves on the sand outside.
Why? I'm not in there.
Babbage and Paladin.
Sorry, I keep getting you two mixed up for some reason. I just need to
All
start
right,
calling
I'll
you
jump
Robert.
in just so to make it live.
Bellarmine follows in.
I guess we're going. Come on, you. Let's get them back up.
You just getting portal sick.
Fair.
Now you're thinking with Portal.
I know. I step in.
Alright.
This is a triumph.
You're a terrible person. We weren't even testing for that. Favorite line. Moving on. Where we were.
So we're stuck in the portal.
Yes, you are in the process of teleporting. Ta-da! Oh wait, I moved your tokens, not the players. Stand by. DM's got a DM.
Aha. Oh, God.
Oh, he's not actually there. Sorry.
Yeah, see, remember? It brought us out here. Tread lightly on the sands, for there are worms about.
Can we climb up on these hills? Can we climb up here?
That's no. That's like it's like a sheer cliff. That's about 30 feet up. So you can try.
I shan't.
As Babbage starts moving across the sand, Bellarmine, you see off in the distance. Actually, what is everybody's passive perception? I assume Bellarmine's got the highest, but I don't know if that's actually true.
His is 23, mine's 15.
Okay.
I'm 19.
I'm 19 as well.
Alright, so yeah, Bellarmine, as you see Babbage trolling across the, sort of trumping across along the sands, you see movement over here in the sand of, like, what seems to be a wave moving along the surface.
It looks like there might be a worm over here.
Oh, right.
And
Can we
Bellarmine
fly
points.
out of here?
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Movement.
Let's do that quickly.
Movement.
There's a land shark.
Movement.
I'm thinking of
So I
gas.
can
Movement.
I can
movement,
wild shape.
movement.
Do it quickly.
Wait, point of order. Point of order. I can
that's
wild shape
possible.
into a giant owl and then polymorph on someone else, right? That's still in play.
Yes.
Polymorph first. Polymorph first.
Yeah, probably we're first.
All right, polymorph first. Wow. Canadin and Canadin's the owl.
Canadin, do you resist this?
I do not resist this, not in the least. I reach
Canadin, seemingly perfectly comfortable with being turned into an entirely different creature because he's got practice at it now, sort of puts out his arms as you does whatever druid thing he does and turns him into an owl. And then you himself turns into an owl and we're flying.
I just grab whoever's closest to me
It's me.
and take off. Yep, I grab Babbage and just fly. I get as much altitude as I can as quickly as I
You
can.
fools!
Yes. I assume what are you doing?
Oh, I grab Bellarmine and take off as well.
Okay. Did we leave Paladin behind?
No, he's with me.
Okay, just making sure. Alright. It's a cinematic, like, both turn into owls, hop on, take off, just as you, like, see the wave coming, like it's a cinematic, like, take off as it, like, tries to reach out and, like, launches into the...
Like Millennium Falcon escaping.
Yeah, like, it's exactly.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, and the two owls, woo, take off. Yes.
Good, I got to save the banish spell.
You did, in fact, get to save your Spanish spell. Yeah, that's a thing.
I see.
Comprehend languages.
It just makes sombreros appear.
All right,
We're back.
you are.
That's Mexican. We're terrible people. Neither of us.
It's true.
Baxter, you know I don't
Awful, just awful.
Andale, arriba, arriba.
Okay, so, you are flying above the cave here on the
Well,
map.
this was wonderful information to gather.
Oh, wait,
And
how do I-
let's get back to harm's way.
there we go.
And let's get out of harm's way and go to harm's way. I say to Canada.
Wide, beady eyes, just sort of like seem to understand.
You know what's really funny? Remember
Because-
when we built? Remember when we built a bridge to cross a bridge? Why didn't we just fly over it?
Yay, levels. Okay. I assume. All right, so you're flying straight back to town. I take it.
Yes.
That's my goal.
Yes.
Well, the two people
Back.
that are actually
I
in
need to go back.
control of flight.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see where. Okay.
I wonder if Ogden knows how to get to the astral plane.
Where? Okay. So you fly over some. I'm just gonna do like a quick. We're flying over some roads. This is just a quick little tour of where you're flying over. Flying back over the fort. You get a little bit of. You actually get to the. You fly over the fort, and you happen to see that there's actually some. Oh, you won't be able to see that, will you?
Who's this guy down here?
Stand by. Let me get rid of all this since you're seeing above it all. There's actually some like bandits and like cannons
Artillery.
set up. Yeah, on this side of the fort, but you fly over it. You see the people like kind of pointing at you, sort of like, why the hell are there giant owls flying in the middle of the day? But beyond that, they don't seem to respond.
So they're firing flak up at us.
No,
As long as those cannons can't be jacked up in the air.
kind of hard. I mean, you don't see them like doing anything with them. You fly over these potholes in the ground. Manage to get over your little bridge here. Actually, put myself there. So yeah. Like, why did you? Yeah, now I understand the whole "why did you ever walk" thing. And then back to the road. Is that the right one?
It's like the scene at Neverending Story where he's flying over the places that he had to travel the hard way the first time.
Yes, exactly. And then finally, oh, whoops, that was the road I meant to put you on. And then finally, here to Harm's Way. Do you intend to come over the? You just gonna? I don't know. Where are you planning to land? Like, this is the front gate, but you're flying, so you know.
Near wherever Congdon is, so we can ask him about the astral
Maybe we
plane.
just land in Cognan's Tower.
Okay.
Etiquette be damned.
Yes.
Etiquette be damned.
We're PCs. We don't follow rules.
All right. Well, so Okay. Where is everybody?
And you got some mana
Everybody
crystals we
had
can
fun
convert to
tonight.
some good stuff
You
too.
do.
Why didn't you get any new ones?
Yeah, you
Thought
did.
you had some new ones.
Oh yeah, I did. What am I talking about?
I was
I
gonna say, you got a
several new ones.
bunch from the things that almost killed you.
Yeah. I got 14 of them.
The thing that,
Mm.
yeah, Canada like almost died from.
Right. I forgot.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you. Yeah, I'm basically putting you all right there. All right. So when you came out of the cave, it was dawn. Like it seemed like just past twilight. You like kind of see like somewhat of a nice sunrise behind you as you were flying west. So as you arrive in town, it's early morning. The place only seems to be just starting to pick up the pace again, or starting to wake up, basically. Because you've been going for days.
It's been a long time since we rock and rolled.
Yes. With the goal of going to the mana mine.
What's
So yeah,
that?
you are in town.
I mean, we did kind of go there.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. We did.
Whew.
You saw something.
Do we all have 1,000-yard stare now?
Head
Yeah,
over-
so
head over
the two of you are
Cognitive
still. I mean, two of you are still owls. I'm placing you here on the map, in the middle of harm's way.
Oh yeah. I would probably land. I would probably have landed like outside by the main gate, and then
Oh,
Well, okay.
nudged you to unpolymorph me.
is
Oh,
there
so
a
you
reason
want
we've
me to
landed?
put you back at the front gate?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I wouldn't want to like dive bomb the city and freak everybody out by having.
All right. So whereas Babbage wished you just
Expecting
ignore,
Did Babbage say that out loud?
he's
I
not the
told
owl.
Canadian where I wanted to go, but he is in charge of his own faculties.
Okay, so yeah, Canadian
You
lands
said
in front of the
go to
main gate.
Cognitive, right? Babbage, you said go to Cognitive, right?
Yeah, like the tower.
Yeah.
Why are we stopped out here?
Because I'm not going to fly into the city as a giant owl. Sounds
Oh
like a great
man,
way to get.
I was really looking forward to this. The pageantry of it all.
That's a great way to get rocks thrown at me or something.
Well, that's fine. I guess I'll walk.
Let us in. Let us in.
Peasant.
Well, okay, so hold on. So Canadian has landed. I'm assuming. Wait, do I not have used token on here? Oh, no, there it is.
Assume that I mirror what Canadian is doing in the interest of heating up dinner real quick.
Fair. Okay, so you are unpolymorphing him and unwild shaping. Okay. I mean the gates. So you all right? So you walk. Oh, whoops! I should make sure the right people are actually visible. There we go. You were not there.
Howdy, folks. Heavy wall guard today. Oh.
Sorry. There's only two. Grimbeard and Dolan are currently up on the wall, seeming to have a conversation between the two of them, and are pleasantly. They seem genuinely surprised to see you.
Hi, we're not dead.
Oi! So you know.
You boys look like you've seen a corpse.
No, just not sure what we were expecting to see back, honestly. That's Dolan. Grimbeard's just nods.
Hey there.
He proceeds to appear to operate some mechanism on top, and the gate slowly creaks open.
Thank
Allowing
you
it.
kindly, sir, dwarf, sir.
Dolan, as you walk through, if you need a refreshment, feel free to make yourselves at home back at the inn. Everybody ignores
And
me,
with
just
that,
walks on.
I go back to my bed and just plop down.
Okay. Back to the main.
I am in direct search for Cognan.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I'll stick with Babbage. This one.
All right, you said you're going to your bed, as in the. I mean, so all of you, I think, slept in the tower last time, but there is.
Yes, but originally, when they
Yeah,
said make yourself at home in the inn,
Yeah, he's going to
I
Julie's
flopped
bed.
down.
Wait, you're going to
Right on the
Julie's
bed.
bed?
Yes, that one.
That's right.
All right, hold on. We're gonna have
last time
to.
he was-
Okay,
The last time he was told to make himself at home, that's where he,
he
made
did.
himself.
He did. Yep. Just okay. I gotta figure out what all's happening at once. All right. So okay, Babbage and Canadin are going to Cogden's tower. Bellarmine, what are you doing? Say again over.
Going to the tower.
He's also okay, so the three of you are going to the tower. You, on his own, is wandering over to Julie's house.
love it.
Which one of these do I want to do
First
first?
through the door. Hello, honey, I'm home.
All right. Now that we're at home, we're splitting the party. Okay. So you all
To be fair, I forgot that was Julie's bed, so this is going to get interesting.
say again, Jeff.
I forgot this was Julie's bed.
All good. Okay. Since you're not in front of us at the moment, I will roleplay you last or next.
Yes,
So
I'll
let
be
me
right back.
put-
Thank you.
Jeff separately here, and the rest of you walking into the tower. Okay. Let me, pardon me while I rearrange tokens here. No. What are you doing? Stop it. He's not here. You're all together. Walking in on the third floor. Nope. Come on. There. Okay. You walk into the tower, and are greeted by River, as you recall, the lady who lives in the tower with Cogden, seemingly trying to make herself breakfast in the lab/kitchen.
Just as if I never left, I'll just be like, "Oh, hey, River."
Matt, what? You three, hi? Do you not knock? Like, what? People live here.
Yeah, we do.
But no, that's not how this works. And he specifically points at. She specifically points at Bellarmine. Stay out of my room. You are not welcome on that floor, and I will make sure that Cuddles keeps my spaces safe.
Didn't we save her life?
I appreciated what you did to, get me out of that hostage whatever situation with the scary red lady. Stay out of my room. She's like 14. But still wearing these ridiculous gauntlets, right? Like, no.
Yeah, big old finger.
Giant finger. Like, stay out of my room. Now, what do you want? I'm barging into my house.
Speak to Cogden.
He's out on an expedition into the Ironwood, trying to come up with some. He was basically running low on, I don't know, one of his ridiculous ingredients and decided to go out into the Ironwood looking for truffles. So I'm afraid he's not in the tower at the moment. I imagine he'll be in later today, but at the moment he's out with the DM's forgetting the name of the owl lady. What is her name? Whisper. Searching for supplies.
Can we go to the library, read some books?
Feel free to go upstairs. Well, don't go into his room, because again, privacy, since you don't seem to understand that concept, Mr. Blessed Sir person. Yeah, feel free to... I know he's let you in there before. Fine, go into the library, but stay out of my room! And she goes back to making what you realize is simple oatmeal. Which she actually, seemed to pull out of, a secret drawer in the corner. And it seems to be, perfectly normal. Bellarmine doesn't care and just keeps going upstairs. Babbage, Kanan, what are you doing?
I'm hanging with Babbage.
Okay,
I'm
Babbage.
I'm looking for Cognan.
Okay.
Yeah, then let's
I'm
look.
looking for books on the astral plane.
Books on the astral plane. Okay.
I'm having trouble controlling roll 20. It's like jumping around on me.
That's annoying. All right.
Yeah.
Bellarmine, roll me an investigation. You've been in the library enough, you've come to realize that Cognan's organizational capabilities are lacking?
It's no Dewey Decimal.
No, it is not. So it takes a little looking for you to try to hunt down, okay, does he actually seem to have some, like, books on the astral plane? Or are there any in here, whether or not they're his or not?
I'm looking for investigation.
Should be along the left side of your core tab.
Inspiration, proficiency, wisdom, intelligence.
Yep, it should be just to the right of the wisdom and intelligence, that list. There we go. Okay. You basically come across a beginner's guide to the astral plane and and theories on how to navigate it. And you, I assume, sit down in the chair that you've become very comfortable in and start perusing. I'll get back to you as you take time to read. It's a thick, dense, very academic volume with a lot of theories and seemingly some math equations that you don't make much sense to you, but to try to explain certain things about the connections between the material plane and the astral plane and the hold on,
So about a 15-minute read.
I mean, if you're trying to speed read and peruse it, I suppose. But if you're trying to get a little more oomph out of it, it may take a little longer than that. But you're reading. Babbage.
So I approach River, and I kind of look not over her shoulders. I'm not tall enough, but I'm peering at what she's cooking.
Okay.
And I say, "So, you say Cognan's not here?"
Were you not listening? Yes. He's out in the Ironwood looking for trolls. Do you?
Yeah. So
are you deaf in one ear? What?
So you know when he's coming back.
Again, I said probably this afternoon, if not this evening, and he's with Whisper. He'll be fine.
Do you have any means to communicate with him while he's away?
No. Not an established one.
What you cooking?
She brings the bowl to herself, oatmeal. Eyes you suspiciously.
What'd you put in it?
Nothing from in here.
All right, I was just checking. Just intentionally being obtuse to annoy her because I don't appreciate how unappreciative she was of saving her life. Well, this is annoying.
Well, Babbage, should we hang here? Wait for him? You want to go out to the woods to look for him?
I don't want to go out to the woods. I don't want to leave town at the moment. I would like to see if, when we were talking previously, these mana crystals that we've retrieved can be used to get additional tattoos and enchantments. So, we've got a cachet of them.
You want to go see if we can cash some of those in, see what's in store for us?
No hurt, no sense in not asking.
Alrighty, let's do it.
All right.
So, me and Kanan are off on a quest reward upgrade procedure.
Errand. Okay. So, Jeff. We're at Julie's house. Where's Julie's house?
Remind me what the limitations were in terms of how many of these different things we can have.
I mean, so I don't know if I specified. I mean, I'm sure I did, but I've long since forgotten. Give me a minute.
Isn't it all mana crystal sensitive? It's how many crystals you have.
No. Each thing, whether it's a tattoo or a weapon enchantment, is a single mana crystal. But I believe he said there was a
3.
No, single. I have a note. Bring back mana crystals. 1 2-inch size mana crystal can be used to get another thing.
Or I think we can have up to 3 boons. I
Oh
thought.
yeah. So I think it was you can have 3 tattoos, but I don't remember if there was a limitation on weapon enchantments. I think each weapon can only have 1 enchantment, but you could have any number of enchanted weapons. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
Okay. So
Where
3 tattoos, any
do
number
I
of enchantments,
put
as long as they're on separate items.
All of
The 3 tattoos, I'm pretty sure, is true.
Yes, that is accurate. I'm
Does the weapon have to be equipped for us to get the benefit of the
That would
enchantment?
be stated in the text of the enchantment.
Hmm.
Here's the tattoos. Okay.
So it'll say something like while wielded or blah blah blah, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. Wait, are those different? No.
So
Okay.
can how long? Can I bring the book with me, or do I have to read it here?
I mean, nothing's holding the book there. If that's what you're asking.
So I walk downstairs with the book and talk to River and say, "Can I take this book with me?"
I'm gonna pause you there because I want to know what the heck is going on with Jeff. Stand by. We're gonna give me a minute. Where's? Sorry, I need. No. Sorry, DM's gonna DM. There you are. Okay, there. All right. Do I have? No. Jeff can just see everything. Okay, so Jeff, you walk up to Julie's house. What are you doing? What is you doing, I should say.
He's talking, but nothing's coming through.
Oh, are you talking, Jeff? Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Audio's not coming through. We're not
Ain't
hearing you
hearing
speak.
nothing. Ain't hearing nothing.
Sorry, I just saw the picture.
One word.
Vi.
First word. Right? That's exactly what I picture when you show when you talk about
Charades?
River.
Oh, pretty close.
But like young Vi,
about
Violet
now?
from
Yeah.
We're back.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
back. We can hear you now. All right, so what's you doing?
Is this the front door?
Oh, you know, I thought that was a window, but that stone path clearly leads there. Yes, that is the front door.
Okay, then I walk through the front door.
Okay.
And as I walk through the front door, I'm stretching and good to be home.
Okay, so you walk in.
Ah,
You hear a voice from around the corner. But I'm sorry, we're not open yet. Excuse, who is there?
not who is outside. This is you.
What? Oh, gosh, darling. Man, Teg, would you mind? Yeah, well, just hand me that. Hold on.
What are you doing in you's home?
Excuse me? So you walk. Okay, so now that you're like, you see Julie sort of climbing out of bed. Teg is like in the bed with the sheets up over her, like clearly not dressed. And Julie's like just thrown like what looks like undergarments on over, and she's like, "What are you doing? No, excuse the. My hospitality has its limits. You big friendly furball." What?
Fewer syllables, please.
What? You okay? What, I said, I don't look. Please come back later. If you're looking for a place to stay, go back to the tavern, not here. Do you understand?
You understands that you was told to make himself at home. That is what you was doing. So what are you doing here?
Oh, Okay. You are no longer allowed to treat this like your home. Because it's my house. Tag just looks like very confused. Like looking at you,
your
looking
house,
back at
then
her, looking at her.
How
looking
was it
back at
ever
her.
used home if it was yours? Was it not a gift?
What? No! How? When? What? No! Sir,
The
sir!
bed that you slept in. You was very tired. So much. We have flown and escaped an angry snowman only to find a bigger something.
That, like, she seems to, like, puff up a little bit, like, her nostrils, like, flare, and then all of a sudden, like, her eyes cross, like, oh! What? Oh! No! What? Get out! Please! What in the... Oh! Just no! Leave! Go! Out! And at this point, she just comes over
But
to you and
where
is
is
like,
you's home if it's not here?
go to the tavern!
Ooh,
Dolan, I'm
ooh.
sure, has a bed for you. That's your home for now. It's not... This is my... And she's
What
physically...
a strange place. You's home keeps moving. This is not so much like home.
she's physically shoving you out of her house at this point.
Mine's a fur. It has a very nice sheen of oil.
Which, like, she then sees her pause and is just like, get out!
Are you sure? I can't take a turn. You've been comfortable here. You've been out there.
Out! In the thickest
okay.
southern drawl of bless your heart kind of mentality, just like, get out!
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Is there peach cobbler at least?
Okay. Where
Do I recall where my friends went? Did they say that they were going to Cogden's Tower? Or
They
I
did.
hear them say?
I'm Babbage, I believe, made
I was very
clear his
vocal about
intent.
wanting
Yes,
to go see Cogden.
that was
Okay.
That was his plan. You are.
You having no money and understanding that the shiny coins are generally needed to stay at the tavern. That's why he was so excited to go. What he thought was
Wait a
home.
minute.
Well, you
We've established
you remember performing your like.
Singing Spade.
Yeah, that was the name of the
Yeah,
bar.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes, welcome to the Singing Spade. So like you remember that performance where like you did your I don't know, you remember you like pretended to be a rock for a minute as the other two were performing like acrobatic tricks and nobody actually touched the
right.
piano as I recall. I don't remember what you did. Babbage, but Bellarmine I think was just like upstairs. But anyway, you recall that as a result of your performance and that
Being in the play.
yes, exactly. Gentle Hymn said that you were basically like you're good to stay and get whatever we can fairly share with you among all the other patrons of Harm's Way.
Let me
After the
amend what I
performance, like you went over the top, especially you.
The fact that I stole the Singing Spade and then I think I lost it somewhere along the way, I don't want to go back to the tavern when they might say.
Oh, I thought you gave it back.
Still.
Maybe not. I don't remember. No, you can go with it.
I thought I brought it with us on one of the first forays out into the field.
You did.
If I'm not mistaken, it's been returned.
I
from my
recall.
memory.
I also recall it being returned.
It has been returned.
Yeah, I remember Dolan
Okay.
specifically like wanting it back. We'll put you here since you're not. Well, that doesn't really matter.
So then, okay, so if that's the case, and I knew that my home was there, why would I go to Julie's bed?
You
So I guess
tell me.
make yourself at home.
Yeah, you just
You were
said
just
it.
making the make yourself at home
I'm-
joke,
Yeah,
which I thought was great.
that's fine.
For some reason, I don't know why I'm remembering to avoid the tavern, but
The phrase "make yourself at home" has been said to you twice. Once you established your home was Julie's bed, and now you've returned.
Yeah, no, it
Fair.
makes perfect
Okay,
sense for
fair.
your character to interpret it that way.
Yeah, I was on board.
I'm going to consult the star map to decide if I should go back to the tavern or join my friends.
Very well.
You want me to roll a dice, or
So okay, so you consult the star map. I mean, it's your like woe or what's the other one?
Wheel.
Wheel or woe. Yeah, I tell you wheel or woe. So go back to the tavern. You get it's very clearly a good omen. The constellations that seem to speak out to you are comfort, safety, and peace. Is the message you get from referring to your star map.
Those are 3 things you likes.
And out of curiosity, when I consult the star map about joining my friends, how does it react?
Oh,
Or what
joining your friends. It's neutral. You get knowledge. You get knowledge, adventure, confusion.
Mike trying to sum our 3 characters up in one. I love that confusion.
I mean, interpret that however you choose.
I love it. Those are the best 3 words you could have come up with.
Adventure.
It sounds like what you say at the beginning of we're setting out on a quest for knowledge, adventure, and confusion.
Confusion?
I'm just telling you what you interpret from your star map based on the
Then I will
questions
go to the
provided.
tavern because that sounds wonderful, and it's
Okay.
dawning on you now that he might even be a little more musky than most can handle. So perhaps there's a bath of some kind.
Okay. All right.
Pond or something.
So I'm gonna go back to the tavern, bathe, and then ask for accommodations.
Okay. You are on your way to the tavern. Bellarmine, you are in the kitchen with a book. River appears to be... River's sitting at the... I'm not going to bring you to the map. Just... River's sitting at the
I'm gonna
table
ask
enjoying
River.
her oatmeal.
Ask River if I can take the book.
What? I'd rather you didn't. I mean, I think Coggan has some sort of lending policy out, but could you not? It's
I'll bring it back.
okay.
Oh, this is so funny to me.
She puts her spoon down.
I just picture
Lending this poor person.
sitcom-style interaction where he just pokes his head through the kitchen, the swinging sitcom kitchen door. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take this, okay?"
Kramer?
Yeah, Kramer. Yeah.
Can you leave
Wait for the
something
last
here
track to
that
finish.
is of value to you, so we know you're gonna bring it back? That's usually how this works, right, sir?
Well,
Collateral.
let's see. Would you like some incense?
Does that? No, I don't think that'll work. And besides, this place smells
Yeah.
enough. I don't need extra smells. That's
How about a candle?
something. A what?
How about a candle? A candle?
Just a generic candle. Something that actually has some significance to you. I
No,
don't
it's a blessed candle.
Okay. Is it all right, Beller? All right, I'm asking you, Deacon Sylvia. Is it actually a blessed candle, or are you just trying to come up with something?
I wouldn't be carrying it if it wasn't a blessed candle.
Okay, I need you to roll a persuasion check with a DC of 13 to convince River that it is in fact a blessed candle. Okay, she's like, all right, yeah, no, if that has a lot of emotional and spiritual significance to you, sure, I will use the candle as a way of making sure that you bring back. What book is that, by the way?
It's the one. It's the one about other planes.
Okay. She kind of looks at it real hard to remember it, and she's like, okay, yeah, that should be fine. Takes the candle.
Right, very good. And I go ahead and join the other guys so we can come up with some interesting.
Well, okay.
Interesting.
Okay, you say join the other guys. As you say that, I don't know, where did Babbage and Kennedy go?
I was headed to Julie's house actually because she's the one who does the tattoos.
Okay, so,
Who
Kennedy,
does
you're
the,
following Babbage?
Who
Oh
does
yeah, I
the
remember that.
weapon-
Yeah.
Who does the weapon enhancement?
That would be Mercury. She's
That's
the...
where I'm headed.
Okay. Alright.
But on the way, I need to stop and get some mana crystals from Babbage.
Well, okay. Unfortunately, they didn't tell you where they were going, so...
Nope, he was in the library.
Right. He's in the library.
So,
They left. So, Bellarmine, where are you trying to go?
I want to go to where I can do some weapon enhancements, but I need some mana crystals.
Right.
First,
So you're looking for Babbage, it sounds like.
basically.
Alright, I'll just have you start wandering around town. Okay. Babbage and Canadin, you see you, like, walking away down here, seemingly on his way to the other part of town. As you are walking up to Julie's house, I'm just going to put everybody's at Julie's house to make my life simple. Use over here, Babbage over here, Canadin over here. Okay. Babbage and Canadin, you are at the front door of Julie's house.
I approach the door
Okay.
and I shave and haircut 2 bits.
At this point, you hear what sounds like a rather frustrated voice. Look, we're not open, and I don't. That better not be. She she comes over and like she peeks her head out the door and like, oh, your furry friend was just here. Why are you? What? Look, what do you want?
I was just coming to say hello. We're not dead.
Yeah.
Ta-da, we're here.
Congratulations. Are you looking for tattoo services, honey? Like, why?
Well,
What?
yeah, so, clearly you seem preoccupied. I didn't mean to disturb you, but we do have the means through which you could apply additional tattoos.
That's what, honey? Sorry. Yeah, no, I'll be right there. Yeah. Come back in 2 hours, and we should be ready to go.
Oh, no problem.
Real
I can use
sport.
that time to go catalog the quartermaster. I'll head over to where Tig is. And I turn and walk away.
What?
I start, like, fixing my hair.
She looks at you, Canadin. Yes.
Shrug, like, follow along here. We're looking for some upgrades. Got some crystals. Eh?
We are the weirdest people.
With that, she just sort of slowly pulls her head back and closes the door.
I got some crystals.
I guess it's better to go like, yo, I
I
got some
love
crystal.
I love it so much.
Alright, back to the...
Come, Canaan, we'll add these crystals to our cache at the quartermaster shack and catalog all the fun stuff that I've gathered and empty my pack out a bit.
Bellarmine,
That
as
sounds
you're
terrible. I'll meditate.
wandering town, you see...
Cool, that's awful. Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it. Alright, Bellarmine, as you wander around town, you do see Babbage and Canadin basically walking away from Julie's house.
So I call to them.
Ah,
Yeah, howdy.
howdy, Babbage.
You
I mean,
here to visit me too?
I'm doing it
Are
to you, I'm
looking in a
sorry.
mirror? Are you looking in a mirror?
pardon me. Hello, Bellarmine. What can I do for you?
I said, are you looking in a mirror?
I heard you. I assume that was making fun of the fact that I called you my name. Clearly, that was a mistake, a slip of the tongue, as it were. I was trying to ignore it. Now you've embarrassed me.
I'd like to get some weapons enhanced, but you've got the mana crystals. Can I have some?
Sure. We could all go there together if you like.
All right, I'll follow.
Wonderful. I guess we'll head to the quartermaster shack cataloging, and we'll have to wait for another time, Canadin. Sorry to disappoint.
Gee.
Alright.
And yeah, head over to Mercury's shop.
Okay, so you're all three of you are going now? Or are you gonna go
I'm
meditate, Canadin?
I'm looking for a heart. He's looking for a brain. The guy looking for a courage. I don't know where he went.
I didn't mention that when you woke up in harm's way, everything was subtly in color.
Oh, amazing.
It was black and white before, but now that you're here. Alright, so you're following them to Mercury, Canadin?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, all right. So the three of you wander over together.
And I say, how'd you guys make out with the tattoos?
Oh, she wasn't open yet.
Huh. But she was there.
Yeah, it's her house. I
Mhm.
expect her to be there. That's where she lives.
And you went inside.
Oh no, we knocked upon the door.
I see.
I'm not in the business of just walking to other people's houses.
I don't know. I do it all the time.
Exactly what I did earlier.
Yes, he does. Okay. You going back to the other. Yay, having the party split. Where's my?
I'm bathing and sleeping. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. So I gotta. This is what I get for too many tokens on maps and things. And why don't I have? There you are. Okay. So you walk in to the Singing Spade. It's warm, it's cozy, but the usual face that you're used to seeing behind the bar, who you remember seeing was at the front gate, is not there, and instead, Malcolm Ronaldo, the captain of the original airship that you crashed onto the floating island on, is behind the bar.
Like,
You seems
Ending bar?
How did he get here?
Whoa, isn't you the only one here?
He is. I just put everybody here to make my life simple. All the
I know,
other
but
stories.
why are we all asking questions?
Yes. yes. Why is everybody? So yeah, are you just letting you know what you see if you're proceeding to move upstairs?
I mean, I suppose I would have to ask for accommodation. So
Hey, I remember you. You were that
yes,
one of
he
our
was very
passengers.
memorable.
Glad you made it out okay. Have you been? I guess you've adjusted to life here on the island pretty well.
Just is one word. Yes.
I mean, Nolan mentioned that you have you and your friends are basically living here for now. Anything I can do for you?
Yes.
Cup of coffee?
Fishes use home. Of course.
Yes?
Three plates of sautéed mushrooms with rosemary and your biggest bath or your biggest bed.
Well, the bath is upstairs in the middle room, and then I think there's the suite. I'm sure, I don't know which of the rooms you guys have. You pretty much have free reign of upstairs. So yeah, no, there's a suite you could take for the bed. Sure. I'll have to see about the mushrooms and the rosemary. I will take a minute. Do you want to wait here for the food, or do you want to go bathe first?
Bathe first. It's very necessary.
Very good. I will rummage up what I can about mushrooms and see if I can't find some substitute for rosemary. And he starts rummaging underneath the bar.
All right, and I'll head upstairs to the suite. Or do I need to wait for a key?
I mean, you could ask for one if you want.
Well, I said I was going up, so I assume he would
Oh
then
no,
hand me a
he
key if I needed
he
it.
didn't seem to indicate that there was a need for one.
Okay, so I'm gonna head up.
Okay, let me just. Oh, I did it the old way. How do I get rid of these? No, good gracious. Here, make this simple on everybody. Okay, you should be able to see the whole upstairs. So yeah, there's a bath here, and then the suite he was referring to is here. So,
All right, then I suppose, given the size of that bath and myself, I'll have to somewhat curl into like a sitting fetal position in order to fit entirely into it.
yes.
Okay, so I'll do that, and then climb out looking like Cousin It. And
I'm imagining Sully from Monsters Inc. It's just all frizzy and
well, no, because I
sopping.
haven't dried
Actually,
yet.
sopping. Yeah.
I'm wet. Yeah. So Cousin It, and then I'll use
Shake.
whatever towel
There is a
Shake my
towel.
foot.
It seems grossly inadequate for the size of you.
Then I'll use a combination of that with produce flame to dry myself.
Okay.
I can hold it in my hand if I need to.
The flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration. Harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame should. Sure. I'll allow it. If you can hold it in your hand, you won't like drop it and possibly set things on fire. Okay. I'll allow it.
You don't shake like my beagle, huh?
No.
Mike,
Yes.
some of these tattoos have a rarity associated with them. What does that mean?
I mean, it's more just for the purposes of how powerful they are with regard to like trying to balance. I would for us, you can ignore that. I already chose what. There was a much larger list of tattoos available.
Yeah, but there's like
I'll
there's like
be
a
right back.
table in one of them. Which rarity would we get it at?
Oh, the lowest one.
Okay, that's pretty useless.
I suppose. Let me see. Which tattoo are you looking at?
I was looking at the barrier tattoo. Like, uncommon would give me a way worse AC than wearing my armor. But very
yes.
rare would actually be useful.
Okay. So
So that was why I was asking.
Yeah. Let me. That's a fair question. So here's what I'll say. It takes 1 to get uncommon, 4 crystals to get rare, and 9 crystals to get very rare.
Sheesh, he says. 9 is a large number. But okay. I hear you.
Yeah, that stuff ain't linear. Okay. So you're drying yourself off. Anything else you would like to, I don't know, navigate a roleplay out here? Or you're just basically feeding and taking yourself and going to bed.
Yes, that.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Everybody's going to where's nope.
I know I'm not there yet, but out of curiosity, is there? What are you looking at, Jim? Is there like a 5th edition list of magic tattoos, or?
No, I'm
No.
looking at the stuff in the game.
There's if you go under
you have a-
magic items and other accessories, and you open up for everyone, there should be a tattoos, and there's a whole list of them there.
Aha! Just above the singing spade,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then the associated rarity. Okay.
It's
So if
just
you
in
click barrier
tattoo.
tattoo, I don't know if anything else have them, but
No, none of the others have a
Okay.
rarity. That's why I was confused, because it was the only one, and I was like, what do you mean rare? It's one person.
Yeah, no, that's just like different magical items, like a ring of protection plus 1's uncommon,
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
2's. That's just
That I get. That I get.
that's all it's talking about. Okay. The 3 of you find yourselves at the entrance to Mercury's house.
Shaving haircut 2 bits.
I don't actually know what that means. Like,
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
okay. So you knock. The lady opens the sort of peeks her head up and sees the 3 of you, opens her door wide and goes, "Aha! The 3 intrepid performers. That was quite the show you put on."
Thanks, we're not dead.
Yes, quite clearly.
Forgot about that show. You want another one?
Yeah.
Well, that's how we do it.
If you would like to perform again for the, I mean, our
like
town
Canada.
loves any form of entertainment you can provide to us, preferably of a less destructive variety. But I was happy for the excitement, especially your furry fellow. That was. He destroyed. It took time to repair that part of the stage. And he gave him quite a scare. that was enjoyable.
Yeah, you and him were pretty. Man, that's a very confusing sentence.
She looks at you very like, how so? very. She's like very much like. How is that confusing?
Well, I was talking about you, but not you. I meant you, and not him, but him. So you and him, not you and him. You catch how homophones can be confusing.
Clearly, yes. But I follow.
Oh, good. Well, that's wonderful. Anyway, when last we spoke about your services here in Harm's Way, you mentioned that we could potentially receive additional enchantments to our items
Yes.
at the cost of more mana crystals.
Indeed.
I
I
pull
take
out
it you have.
a little pouch, and I like jingle, jingle, clink, 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 clink.
Oh my. Well, you have had quite the outing, I see. Well,
Yeah, we've been everywhere, man. As my old guildmaster Joe Cash once said.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that particular individual. However, yes, if you would like to leave whatever items you have with me, I'm afraid it takes some time. So, depending on the item and the enchantment you intend for me to incorporate onto your items, it's going to take me. It takes me roughly a day per item. So if you
Yeah,
have some
we remember
priority,
from the last game.
yes.
That's up to you, gentlemen. I actually don't really want anything.
I have a question.
I have an answer. I hope. Well, may not be a satisfying.
I have this.
an answer.
I have this Sagittarian vestment. Can that be enchanted further?
Oh, my goodness. I assume, show off the garment that you're wearing. I can't say I'm used to using weapons, but, I tend more to work with metal objects. However, I don't know if you can view it. Yeah. Oh yeah, but I mean the idea of enchantments isn't even in raw, so we're off the reservation already.
Fair.
So let's see. Grip of the weapon. Let's see.
I realize that actually I don't even have another weapon.
Twin symbol. I'm afraid. Yeah, she
My
kind of looks
enchant-
at. So she looks at your
A
garments. And
survival
goes,
whistle.
I'm afraid all of my enchantments are designed to go onto like metal weapons. I'm not a seamstress, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I would not be able to enchant that very lovely garment of yours any further than it may already be. I apologize for the disappointment.
I have the axe that what's it called? And it's called inexorable now, but it has
Right, because that one's already been enchanted.
So you can't further enchant the same weapon, right?
That is correct. If I try to incorporate, I've attempted in the past to make additional enchantments onto the same item, but unfortunately they tend to cause chaotic mixing of certain
Hey,
energies.
Mercury, I did have a question.
Go on.
So I have this cache of mithril, and I was looking to potentially armor smith up a suit of armor for my friend Bellarmine here. That's metal. Would you be able to interact with it?
I could potentially interact with armor, yes.
We may be in business down the road.
Very well. I mean, you'll have to go start to Grimbeard if you want to talk about making armor, but yes, I could certainly...
Yeah, or, or myself. Get very offended that I wasn't even considered.
Okay. Wasn't... My apologies. My very talented young tinkerer.
So if you could make the armor, maybe we could also enchant it and make it really strong.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, I believe that was what your friend was implying, if not directly saying.
So if you could make the armor, maybe we could enchant it and make it really strong.
Yes.
A brilliant idea. I wish I thought of it.
So unless there are weapons or other items that require enchanting? I'm confused now. Is there actual enchantments you want me to do here?
Gentlemen.
Looking at you, Canadin, and then you, Babbage, and then you,
Yes.
Bellarmine.
However, I don't have. Hey, Babbage, you got a dagger or something I can borrow?
I do have a dagger.
Can I have it?
I hand you a dagger that I never use myself.
Sweet.
It's just a
And
dagger.
I would. Yep, that's perfect. And I immediately hand it over. Hey, can I? Oh wait, I closed it. Can you please enchant this with the Thief's Light enchantment, please?
She kind of takes the dagger, kind of looks at you, and then looks at Babbage, and then looks at you again. Canadin, like, that was, like, okay. Fascinating that you all didn't realize or figure out what you're going to do before you got here. Yes, if I could have one of the mana crystals.
I didn't need any enchantments. I was just along for the ride.
Yes, if I could have one of the mana crystals.
Yes, of course. And I hand her one of the 17 mana crystals.
Very good. Yes, I will happily combine these. Come find me.
Thanks, Dad.
What? Certainly. I have the Southern Watch this evening, so I should be able to get this to you by. I can probably work through the night a little bit. Yeah, I'll have this to you in the morning.
I'm happy to
Totally.
assist. I have
Thank
deft
you.
fingers if you need assistance.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Master Babbage. However, this is a very delicate and personal skill of mine, so as much as I appreciate and would likely, I'm sure, benefit from your assistance, I'm afraid I have to politely decline.
You don't want to.
What about
The guy wants to help the mechanic. change the oil.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I can't understand all three of you talking at the same time. Can we? You were saying, Mr.
Mike-
Babbage?
Mike, I am glad that you role played that out because we talk over each other all the time.
All the time.
I was just saying, I guess you don't want to reveal how the sausage is made. I understand.
More that it's a personal memento to me, but I suppose, yes, in your crude analogy, no sausage for you.
Mercury will forever be known as the sausage Nazi in Babbage's
Yes.
What about
She
my light
smiles and
crossbow?
winks at you at that. I'm sorry, sir?
What
Master
about my
Melvin?
light? What about my light crossbow?
Has it been previously chanted? I don't believe it has.
No.
No, I can certainly work with that as well. It'll have to be, I'm assuming the dagger takes precedence between you three gentlemen? If not...
Again, I don't need anything.
That would be the light crossbow, and then maybe some armor later.
Okay, which hand with the benefit of a mana crystal, and which enchantment you'd like on your light crossbow? I will
I'm having
happily...
trouble. I'm having trouble finding that list of enchantments.
So, in the journal, are you at the journal?
I think I just had
I
it
don't
pop
know.
up on everybody's screen.
You know where the chat. Oh, you
Oh,
just
I see it. I see it. I see it.
All right.
Show players. But yes, if I have a second mana crystal and an item that you would like me to enchant, I would happily take it.
I hand a crystal to Bellarmine because I'm impatient. All right, you figure out what you want. Tell the lady what you want and give her the money.
I mean, she has a menu that you're essentially... I mean, she imagine that she's basically got a menu that she's handing to you.
No, don't ask me. You tell her yourself.
To Bellarmine, I should clarify.
Yeah.
What about inexorable?
The same one you have on your Warhammer.
Why not?
Certainly. Yeah. Do you want your light crossbow to have that? We can make that happen.
Okay.
Wonderful. She takes the light crossbow and the mana crystal. So I don't have watch tomorrow, so you can either acquire your dagger, Master Canadin, tomorrow morning if you would like, or you can all come back tomorrow evening after dinner, and I should have both items ready for you. Is that,
Sounds
I assume, acceptable?
Absolutely.
Cool with me.
You
Wonderful.
call the shots.
You're calling the shots here.
I
You're
appreciate
calling the shots here.
Indeed. Again, winks. And with that, she politely said, "Thank you very much. I will get started on these as quickly as I can. I'll see you both tomorrow." And with that, closes the door.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Now I head to the quartermaster's shack.
Very good.
Were we going to go back to the tattoo place?
Couple hours.
Because I haven't asked for anything there.
Neither have we. They're not open. We need to go back in a couple hours.
It's a couple hours. Okay, I didn't know how long.
Couple
I
hours.
wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Yeah, just be a couple hours.
It's a couple hours.
Just a couple.
It's 1 or 2.
That's pretty accurate.
All right.
At this, Paladin is just sort of like looking at the two of you back and forth, doing the same hand gestures, like,
Should we go back and see if Cogman's come back so we can talk about these?
I don't think he'll be back for a bit. According to what River was saying, he was out foraging for truffles. So we may need to give him some time. I need to go unload a bunch of stuff. Even my magical handy haversack is getting heavy, so I gotta get some stuff out of here.
Well, anything I can do to help you with that armor upgrade?
Not at the moment.
Are you all walking to the warehouse while this conversation's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to take some time, Bellarmine. It's just not like an overnight thing. Armor smithing is a process.
Yeah.
Even for someone like me.
Well, that's why I offered help,
Sure, I get that. Have you studied for several decades from tradespeople or an armorer's guild?
No, but I could hold something.
I'm sure you could.
That is an option.
So I'm headed to Quartermaster to unload and composite or compile
Canadin.
my
Okay,
scrap.
sorry, I've been dragging you all together. Canadin, where are you going?
Oh, I guess since I have nothing to do until the tattoo shop opens. Wait, did we get the potions from the quartermaster? Who did we get the potions from?
Isn't that,
Do you remember who we got the potions
that
from?
the guy with the plague doctor's mask?
Yeah. Well, we're nearby his house, aren't we? Maybe we should go knock on his place, see what he's got for us in store.
Why don't you do that while I do what I'm doing? Because you seemed to hate the idea of cataloging items.
That sounds awful. I will go find potions. Oh,
I'll go with you.
Wait, that popped up. Very well. Oh, wait, what do the potions cost? Oh, whatever, we'll figure that out later.
Bellarmine, you're going with who, sorry?
I was going for the potions.
Ah. Okay.
All right. So just real quick, Mike, all I'm trying to do is unload all of the crafting materials.
Okay.
That are not just I'm unloading all my crafting materials.
Got it. Okay. Let's...
So that the haversack has space.
Got it. Okay, we'll go... Alright.
And the next time we head out, I'll grab a certain amount of it.
Okay, let's...
Because I don't need 500 GP worth of scrap on me at every given moment.
Oh, actually, okay.
You're over encumbered.
Even with the haversack, that would be a bit much.
Okay, so I take that back. Sorry, I know I moved you all to the warehouse, but I'm going to put you back in Carm's way. Okay, so you, Babbage.
And I'm going to manage that by just deleting the weight value. So anything that has weight in my inventory, you can assume is on my person. And anything that doesn't have weight is in storage, in case you're ever curious if I have a thing.
Got it. Okay. So you, how do you approach the warehouse?
So I assume, based on the conversation that I had with Tig, that I'm an employee now, so I'm free to come and go as I please.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk right in and
right.
set to work.
Okay. You walk in.
But I am gonna
Okay.
fix my hair before I enter the door.
Very good. Okay. In that case, let me just put you over here for a moment. You walk in the front door.
Yep. I head to the shelf that she said was mine.
Okay, which I believe was. I honestly should have labeled this. We're going to. That is on the token layer. Yep. Okay, you get the top left corner. Unless you remember differently, I don't recall specifically. Okay.
I don't.
She does not appear to be there, but you go about organizing, cataloging.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alright.
So yeah, I'll indicate with weight anything that's on me, and
Okay.
anything that has nothing in that box is.
Based on how much stuff do you have, how long do you think it would take you to catalog it? Guesstimating.
I mean, I'm also trying to just kill time, so I don't mind if this takes me until I assume Julie's is open.
Okay, fair enough. You're about 2/3 of the way through organizing your stuff, like about an hour goes by. When Teg walks in, but since that's time that's passing, we're going to move our cast of characters to the Alchemist. Okay. Bellarmine and Kennedin, you walk up to the Alchemist's front door.
Knock on the door and say, "Can we get some potions?"
The two of you simultaneously knock on the door, and Bellarmine talks to the door. The door opens with you greeted by the man in the witch doctor mask, to which he opens the door quickly and forcefully, and then just sees the two of you and goes, "Oh, it's you. I assume you've come with something I can use?"
Well, actually, you is sleeping.
So do you always wear that mask?
He just closes the
When you
door.
sleep? I knock on it again.
Opens it, looks at you, Kennedin. What?
I check out those potions. Could we buy a couple of them off of you?
And what exactly, pray tell, do you have to trade for my extraordinarily skillful craft?
My undying love and gratitude.
He closes the door.
I knock on the door.
No answer.
I knock again.
You are
Okay,
you agree with silence.
I knock very hard.
With that, you hear stomping inside, and the door swings open again. What does it take to make you stop wasting my time?
Well, let me know what it is that you would find that's worthwhile trading. I have no idea.
Mana crystals. I made this abundantly clear. You bring mana crystals, I provide you with potions. Otherwise, because you're not on the watch of anybody that's actually protecting the town, I have no need to interact with you. Please leave.
Oh, Babbage has a whole bunch. Babbage has a whole bunch of crystals. All right, we got them.
I don't see your tinker person Babbage friend here.
Well, he's got them. He's got them. We'll pay you later. Can I have the potion now, or we'll come back?
We talked about protecting the town. We've been protecting a lot.
Are you on the watch? Do you stand watch on the walls?
No, we keep the walls from being crushed down by the things that have been beating us up.
Not my problem that you go looking for trouble. When you have mana crystals, come back. Thank you. Until then, please leave my door alone. It's very well made mahogany. And he closes the door again.
Didn't we get some mana crystals from Babbage? I thought I had some.
Babbage handed you
got
one
one.
that you then immediately handed
Yeah, he gave
to
it.
Mercury for the crossbow enhancement.
Right. Exactly.
So no,
All right, well-
Babbage still has the rest of them.
So how many
All right.
potions do you want?
Well, let's go get I just want one potion. So let's go
I just
grab
want one.
let's
Okay.
go grab a crystal
Yes.
from
But
Babbage.
there's 5 different potions.
Yeah. I just want a climbing potion.
Right. All right. Well, let's go find Babbage and get some crystals. And that guy seems to be quite annoyed.
Babbage did explain that he was going to the warehouse for a bit. Jeff, I'm letting your character sleep. That doesn't leave much opportunity for roleplay. Is there anything you want to do in this moment?
The whole notion of upgrades, I completely whiffed on that, but at the same time, I don't know if I could actually take advantage of any of the weapon enchantments. And the only oil that's really any useful to me, I already have. So,
Okay.
unless there was a way for a weapon enchantment to be put on something, because you can't have multiple enchantments on the same item, right?
You can put him on weapons
Right back,
and
guys.
armor. Yes.
How much is a mana?
Armor, not just shields.
Yes.
Because my shield is my portent item. Oh,
Yeah. You can put it like if you've got some sort of anything metal. I will say that you wear. Let's put
so
it that way.
studded leather armor, perhaps.
I'm sure I'll allow it.
Thank you. There's
She's not a.
literally nothing else that's metal other than the jewelry.
I mean, you are. Yeah, that would.
A druid.
Doesn't,
Yeah.
yeah, you're a druid. Kind of doesn't lend itself.
Isn't my druidic focus also my quarters? I believe. No,
Your druidic focus is your
just
star
stuff.
map.
Star map. That's right. Yeah, I don't. I just have a shield. I don't even. Okay. Well, I'm not there, so I'm sleeping. But I'm sure there will be a conversation tomorrow about everything that I missed.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Actually, I'm going to leave this on a role-playing cliffhanger because it is currently 11:30, and I have to get up early in the morning to go to work. So, unless anybody's got anything very, very particularly pressing. Sorry, Zach. I was just saying that I'm going to call it a night.
Oh,
As
sure.
the
Okay.
DM. I mean, a solid,
That-
a good
I
solid
still
3
have a-
hours. Yep.
I still have a potion of heroism, right?
Probably. If it's in your inventory, I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
we'll
I
put it
just
there
need-
when you got one.
I just need climbing and growth, and he wants climbing, so we need like 3 mana crystals.
There you go. Well, all right. I would make a note for yourself for that. Maybe type it into the chat if you would like. So with that, I'm going to
That's a
say
good
goodnight
idea.
to the internet. Hopefully Streamlabs is actually
Okey-dokey.
working this whole time. Hooray. Yes. All right. Doesn't look like anybody was ever in chat, which is fine. For that. Say goodnight, internet.
Good night, internet.
Internet.